When I was 2 years old, I was diagnosed with asthma. I was in and out of the hospital a lot as a child with this condition. Things will set it off, such as dust, pollen, cigarette smoke, cat dander. Even today, cat dander is the biggest factor that can set me into coughing and asthma attacks, sometimes send me to the hospital. I had just been back from the hospital, actually, February 13th, 2020, and the doctor said plenty of fluids, lots of water. I just had surgery. I was supposed to rest. But there was a knock on my front door, and I answered it, and I found a girl there with a hurt cat in her arms. The cat had been left for dead, hit by the car at the side of the road. I have a little dog. She's awfully crazy, but I love her to death, and I would want somebody to care for my little dog. And I decided I wanted to help this cat. I would want somebody to help my dog if she was hit by a car, and I was going to help the cat the same way. The cat had a hurt place on her side, and I needed to stop the bleeding, so I went and grabbed a towel from my closet and pressed it to the side to try to stop the bleeding, and the cat scratched me. If you've ever seen Willy Wonka in the Chocolate Factory, that girl that turns into a blueberry, that's kind of like me, but I turn into a giant red raspberry with a cat scratch. It'll start wherever the cat scratch was. This case was my arm. It traveled up and down my arm, and it eventually spread from my head to my toes. Sometimes I even get bumps. I have a time limit to get to the hospital when I have a cat scratch. I didn't say anything to this girl. She was pretty frantic. I sent her on her way, told her I've got this, covered my arm with my sleeve, and tried to help the cat. I called vets. Most of them would not help me. They said I needed the cat's owner. They also said I would have to bring the cat to them, which was hard because I was under a 24-hour driving restriction, and I would have to sign liability forms. If the owners did not like my decision whether to let the cat live or let the cat die, they could come back and sue me, even for helping their cat. I called my husband. His idea was shoot the cat, put it out its misery, but I couldn't do that. I had to help this cat. So I went out in the freezing cold, in the rain that was turning to snow, canvassed the neighborhood when I should have been resting, and eventually found the cat's owner. He went to my house, picked up his cat, brought the cat to the vet, and the cat lived. That's the great part of this story. The cat lived. I ended up at the hospital. I wasn't really scared. I've been there before for this. I had to have shots. I had to have Benadryl, the whole 9 yards, but I'm safe. At the end of this experience, I learned that you can still help, even when you don't think you can. There are things you can do to help others. And the cat lived. I saved a life that day.